Welcome to Ask the Lawyer radio podcast with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This podcast features a recording of our most recent radio show. We hope you enjoy the show, which features news, views, and interviews on matters such as immigration, personal injury, bankruptcy, divorce, family law, estate planning, wills and probate, deed transfers, civil rights, criminal defense, workers' compensation, and taxes, both individual and business. You can contact us at 855-768-8845 or visit us at www.askthelawyer.us. You have questions? We've got the answers.
Visitors to the United States on a temporary visitor visa, such as the B-2 visa for tourism, are generally admitted for a specified period, typically up to 6 months. However, circumstances such as an extended vacation or an unexpected emergency may necessitate a longer stay. If a visitor wishes to stay in the U.S. beyond the time initially granted without violating their visa, they must apply for an extension of stay with the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, before their authorized stay expires. This article provides a detailed analysis of the process for extending a stay in the U.S. on a visitor visa, covering eligibility requirements, the necessary documentation, key steps, and potential challenges. Understanding the process and following the proper procedures is crucial for avoiding the negative consequences of overstaying a visa, which could include being barred from future U.S. travel. The B-2 visitor visa. The B-2 visa is an non-immigrant visa issued for individuals visiting the United States temporarily for tourism, vacation, visiting family, or certain medical treatments. Upon arrival at a U.S. port of entry, Customs and Border Protection, CBP, determines the length of time the visitor is allowed to stay in the U.S. This period is recorded on the I-94 arrival/departure record, either in physical form or electronically. While the initial admission period can be up to 6 months, travelers may find themselves needing more time to conclude their trip, attend to unforeseen personal or medical emergencies, or complete an extended vacation. In such cases, an extension of stay may be requested, but it is essential to apply before the current period of authorized stay expires to avoid becoming unlawfully present in the U.S. Eligibility for extending a visitor visa stay. Before applying for an extension of stay on a B-2 visa, travelers should confirm their eligibility. USCIS grants extensions to individuals who meet specific criteria and can provide valid reasons for needing additional time in the U.S. To be eligible for an extension of stay, the following conditions must be met. Lawful status. The applicant must be currently in lawful status, meaning they have not overstayed their original visa duration. Valid reason for extension. The reason for requesting an extension must align with the purpose of the original B-2 visa. Acceptable reasons may include an extended vacation, unexpected personal or family emergency, ongoing medical treatment, proof of financial means. The applicant must demonstrate that they can financially support themselves during the extended stay and will not need to work or rely on public assistance. Intention to return home. The applicant must show proof of their intent to return to their home country after their stay in the U.S., such as return travel tickets or proof of employment or family ties. No engaged employment. The applicant must not have worked in the U.S. during their stay, as the B-2 visa does not permit employment. Step-by-step process for extending a stay on a visitor visa. Once eligibility is determined, the next step is to follow the proper application process with USCIS. Below is a step-by-step guide to filing an extension of stay. Step 1. Submit Form I-539. Application to extend/change non-immigrant status. To request an extension of stay, the traveler must file Form I-539. Application to extend/change non-immigrant status. This form is submitted to USCIS, and it is the official request to extend a stay in the U.S. It can be filed online or by mail, depending on the individual's preference. Key information required on Form I-539. Full name, date of birth, and current immigration status. Passport details. Information regarding the original visa and the length of stay granted on the I-94. Reason for the extension request, such as continuing vacation or personal emergency. Any family members included in the request if they are also on a B2 visa and need their stay extended. Filing fees. As of 2024, the filing fee for Form I-539 is $455. Additionally, a biometrics fee of $85 may be required, bringing the total cost to $540. These fees are subject to change, so applicants should verify the current fees before filing. Step 2. Supporting documents. In addition to Form I-539, applicants must submit several supporting documents to strengthen their case. These documents should provide clear evidence of the need for an extended stay and prove that the applicant meets the eligibility requirements. Supporting documents may include a copy of the I-94 arrival/departure record, a letter explaining the reason for the extension, detailing why more time is needed, and when the applicant intends to leave the U.S., proof of financial ability to support oneself during the extended stay, such as bank statements or financial affidavits. Evidence of intent to depart the U.S. after the extended stay, such as a return flight itinerary or proof of family or business ties abroad. Medical documentation, if the extension request is due to medical reasons, including a letter from a physician describing the condition, treatment plan, and expected recovery time. Step 3. Submit application before I-94 expiration. One of the most critical aspects of the extension process is timing. The application for an extension of stay must be submitted before the expiration date on the I-94. Ideally, applicants should file their extension at least 45 days before their authorized stay expires to allow USCIS sufficient time to process the request. If the I-94 expiration date is approaching, the applicant can still file for an extension as long as their authorized stay has not yet expired. However, filing too close to the expiration date can increase the risk of being considered unlawfully present if there are processing delays or issues with the application. Step 4. Biometrics appointment, if required. After submitting Form I-539, USCIS may schedule a biometrics appointment, especially if the applicant is required to pay the biometrics fee. At this appointment, USCIS will take the applicant's fingerprints, photograph, and signature to verify their identity. It is essential to attend this appointment as failure to do so can delay or jeopardize the application process. Step 5. Await USCIS decision. Once the application is submitted and any biometrics requirements are completed, the applicant must wait for USCIS to make a decision. Processing times for Form I-539 can vary depending on the caseload and the complexity of the request, but it typically takes 3 to 6 months for USCIS to adjudicate an extension of stay request. Step 6. Check I-539 case status. Applicants can check the status of their I-539 application online using the USCIS case status tool. By entering the receipt number from the application, applicants can track the progress of their case and receive updates on its status. Step 7. Continue lawful stay while application is pending. As long as the extension application is filed before the I-94 expiration date, the applicant is considered to be in lawful status while awaiting USCIS's decision, even if the original authorized stay has expired. This means that the applicant can remain in the U.S. lawfully until USCIS approves or denies the extension request. If USCIS approves the extension, the applicant will receive a new I-94 with an updated expiration date. If the extension is denied, the applicant must depart the U.S. as soon as possible to avoid accruing unlawful presence, which could lead to future immigration penalties. Common challenges and considerations. While the process for extending a B2 visa stay is straightforward, applicants may face challenges along the way. Some of the common issues include delays in filing. Filing too close to the I-94 expiration date can result in complications if the application is not processed in time. It's essential to plan ahead and file early. Insufficient documentation. Providing inadequate or unclear evidence of the need for an extended stay or financial support can result in a denial. It's important to submit complete, well-documented applications. Accrual of unlawful presence. If an extension request is denied after the I-94 expiration, the applicant may have already accrued unlawful presence, which can lead to re-entry bans in the future. To avoid this, applicants should consult with an attorney if their request is denied. Emergency extensions. If an emergency arises that prevents someone from filing before their I-94 expires, such as a sudden hospitalization, They should gather as much evidence as possible to prove the emergency and submit their extension request with an explanation. The importance of legal assistance. While the process of filing for an extension of stay may appear simple, there are many potential pitfalls that can lead to a denial or delays. Consulting an immigration attorney can provide peace of mind by ensuring that all forms are completed correctly, supporting documents are sufficient, and the applicant's situation is properly presented to USCIS. An experienced immigration attorney can help. Determine eligibility for an extension. Prepare and file the necessary forms and documents. Address any complications that arise, such as RFEs, requests for evidence, or denials. Extending a stay in the U.S. on a B-2 visitor visa is possible, but it requires careful planning and attention to detail. By following the correct procedures, providing sufficient documentation, and filing before the I-94 expiration date, travelers can continue their visit lawfully. However, given the complexity of U.S. immigration law, it's wise to consult with a knowledgeable immigration attorney to ensure that the extension process goes smoothly and without unnecessary complications. The law firm of Figueroa and Associates, which has over 25 years practicing immigration law, can help you navigate the process and avoid common pitfalls. To schedule an appointment, visit www.askthelawyer.us or call 855-768-8845. The lawyer you hire does make a difference.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.